The Nigerian Labour Congress, the NSC, says it is planning the mother of all protests across the federation about the grievance of the labor union and Nigerians about the state of the nation, specifically in the area of scarcity of cash, where Nigerians continue to groan for lack of naira notes to transact. Let's get a sense of why the NLC will be going on these protests and what they're planning and their intentions. I'm being joined by the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Joe Ajaero, who joins us virtually live from Abuja. It's good to see you, Comrade. The press conference which you addressed earlier today indicate that there is a big plan by the NLC across the country for a protest, and which you have described at that press conference that is going to be the mother of all protests, in the sense that you will shut down all CBN offices across the country. Give us more details of your plans.
Well, exactly. Last week we gave a 1 week ultimatum, for the issue of scarcity of the naira to be addressed. Thereafter, we sent letters to the Ministry of Labour and a few other agencies on our seriousness to address these issues. But as we met again to review the situation, there was no direct response from any of these government agencies. We reviewed the situation on the scarcity of the currency. We reviewed the situation on the issue of selling of the currency. And we view the reduction of the wage of the average Nigerian worker who would buy 10 naira, who would change 10 naira for 10,000 for 7,000. And by the time you calculate it, the minimum wage now is reduced to 21,000 naira, where it is possible, where they can see it. And they can't go to work. Those of them that use vehicles cannot buy petroleum products. You can't buy a foodstuff. And after looking at that and the unseriousness, attached to this, we decided to make real our threat last week. And to that extent, by Wednesday to be precise, we'll picket all CBN offices. We'll picket them and we'll make sure that no worker goes to work, until they realize that, the extent of damage they have done to the psyche and the stomach of the worker.
Mr. Jairo, the CBN, we understand, has said that about 1 trillion naira is now in the system. What would you be proposing to them to ease the pains of Nigerians who are being starved of this cash to transact and to run their daily living? What exactly would you be telling the CBN? To put more money in the system, or what exactly?
Well, it is not my duty to say whether it is 1 trillion that is in circulation or is 1 billion that is in circulation. But we're enjoying the old naira note, and we wouldn't know whether it was only 1 billion that was in circulation. But when we go to bank, collect our money. If we need 5,000, we get it. If we need 10,000, we get it. Now that they say over 1 trillion is in circulation, and we can't get 5,000, we can't get 10,000. So the arithmetic is left for them to work out. What a worker needs is that, when he goes to the bank, he gets the little money, he needs to work. The calculation of the number of trillion that is in circulation is left with them. So why would you even buy our currency? Why would banks do that? Why would people transfer every money and it will hang? It will not go through. Why will you go to ATM, you will not get money? What? All this why and why and why. So I think they have the explanation to give. We have gone beyond the era of propaganda, and we will not join issues with them on whether 1 naira or 2 naira is in circulation, or are interested in knowing, why I cannot get my 5,000 from the bank to eat with.
So you gave them an ultimatum which elapses tomorrow. Is that right?
Exactly.
So What exactly did you tell them? Was it the CBN or the federal government?
Well, the CBN works for the federal government. So when we wrote the Ministry of Labor, where through the office that all issues that are affecting workers are addressed, we articulated our issues. And ordinarily, government, there should not be, a gap in the way government operates. Since they did not respond and they did not get the CBN to direct all these issues or to address these issues, to the satisfaction of the people involved, it is our duty equally to carry the blame to the doorpost of the people who are responsible. And that is the CBN in this context.
So describe to us how you're hoping to execute the picketing. So the plan is to storm the offices of the CBN across the Federation, picket it and not allow any operation. Is that right?
Yeah, it goes beyond that. Specifically, picket the CBN office and generally make sure that the activities in the country as regards to workers going to work does not proceed, because taking it broader, part of our agitation is the queue in filling stations, lack of proper distribution of petroleum products nationwide. In some parts of the country, you get a liter for 350. In some others, you get it at 190, 195 in that order. So that of CBN is picketing. Other protests, other agitation is based on the scarcity of petroleum products. So the two are the two major issues we are looking at, and on the basis of that, workers will be at home. They are urged not to go to work.
So this will start from tomorrow, and that is Thursday. And your demands, how many line of demands do you have? And hopefully, how do you hope that the government will meet these demands?
Well, the initial 1 week we gave expires tomorrow, but our action is starting on Wednesday. So by Thursday we start mobilizing from the states. Monday, Tuesday we finish our mobilization efforts, and especially in sensitive sectors. By Wednesday, the action takes off actively.
This action will hurt the economy. This action will in some way impact on the state of the nation generally. Is that considered into your plans? And how far-reaching do you think this could be should the government not yield to your demands?
Well, lack of this action has seemed to have paralyzed activities in this country. Lack of this action. It has made workers hungry. It has made farmers hungry. It has made traders hungry. We need a little bit of this inconvenience, for us to move forward from this country. It's like there is, everything is stagnated for a very long time now. And we have been talking and talking and talking, going to court, coming out from the court, obeying court decisions, disobeying court decisions. This is the time to act. And we believe that after this action, things will get right.
Comrade Joe Ajaero, do you have any other thing to say? We wanted to touch base with you based on the press conference you heard today. The government seems to be aware now from what you said tonight, and Nigerian workers and Nigerians are generally hearing you, and hopefully things will get better. Any final thought for you tonight?
Well, for a long time now, Nigerian workers have been taken for granted. Even the policy, the drive, over this policy is not made known to Nigerian workers. I think it can be between we and them. The very moment you have a policy directive, it should be driven down to the people it is supposed to affect. And we have equally been begging for it, giving notice for action, asking them to explain to us what is behind all this. And nobody is talking with us. enough of this monologue. So we felt we should take our destiny in our hands.
Comrade Joe Ajaero, President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, thank you so much for your thought, and hopefully that protest will not happen on Wednesday, so that all those who need to take action will take action, because I can imagine how hurtful the picketing will be for the economy of the country, and hopefully some sensibilities will be put into the actions of government and the relevant authority. Thank you so much indeed for your time tonight, Mr. Joe Ajaero.
Very much. Thank you, and a very optimistic Nigeria, and thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much indeed.